Hello folks, and welcome to a special vlog edition of the Landaux Show. Special indeed. For weeks now, I've been posting on Twitter and Facebook a picture that goes back 20 years ago, called The Curb. Now again, I want y'all guys to study it close. Look at it. Look at the little jagged edge there, along the sidewalk. Well, let me begin the story the best way I can now, without screwing it up. Yes, it was 20 years ago. That curb belongs to Shell gas station. I was a cashier there, although back then in the day, starting from January all the way to, I'd say, mid-July or September, when I started school, electronic school. Of course, I worked part-time. I worked a cashier down there at the Texaco. Well, for those of you who have been a cashier, you know how much of a nightmare it is carding people, getting every, counting your inventory, counting your cigarettes, counting, closing out the register every day, doing the tie-dye and everything like that. And I was the only cashier there. I think we had like 12 gas pumps there. People come and go out of there. Regulars would come in there, coffee rush, etc., etc. And then the dreaded lottery tickets came. And they didn't hardly train us on that at all. It was like, here, learn on your own. Texaco then changed their cash register out right before that. And I had to learn a new cashier all over again, the Micromax or whatever it was called. And we were also the only gas station there, the service station right there, right at the time, from Compaq Computers, world headquarters then, who were bought out by HP, Hewitt and Packard. And I worked there too as a temp. Good place, but times change and everything like that. But I'd get a bunch of Compaq workers there knocking off work, going there, get their booze, get the lottery tickets, just make everything crazy. Well, getting to the curb, when I first started working there, it was winter. And there's where the exact location is, right there on the bottom. Highway 249, Louetta Road, Houston. And they haven't finished the freeway yet. In fact, they were fixing to start on it. The blueprint, it was in the blueprints. Compaq Computers donated a lot of funds for the freeway to be built, so that way the workers, their employees could get to work with no problem. Hey, I was up for it, because when we first moved in there, Highway 249 was FM 149. And then they modified it to 5 lanes in the early 80s, 83, 84, and then finally, you're seeing what it is today. I think they finished it in 1996. Or early 97, somewhere in there. But as I said, I worked there at Texaco from 1990, all through half of 1992, for about 6-7 months. Then springtime came along. I'd get all these vendors coming in and out of there, mostly would go in there, use the car wash. The car wash was the only, as I said, we were the only people there with the car wash with the brushless jets on it. And it did a damn good job. If the customers were not happy, I hate seeing a customer going out of someplace unhappy, because that makes me unhappy. So I gave the work frequently the damn car wash would screw up, and I would have to I would give them a rain check. I would give you had the regular car wash, the deluxe, super car wash, and the works. The works did everything. Blow dry your car, chamois, soap, all that good stuff, man. And so I go, here you go, sir. Here's for your trouble. Give him work. Oh, okay, thank you. And I made him happy. Until one spring day, and this is 1992, this gentleman came up. I think it was a step-side teal green Ford. I don't remember if it was St. Patty's Day or what. But this guy looked kind of like Craig Stradler, the golfer, with hair, dark hair. Comes in there, big heavy set. Okay, before that, man, I would deal with drunks. I hated working midnight graveyard. Oh my God! All the drunks would say, "Is it too late to buy a beer?" And all that shit, man, selling to drunks. I can't stand a hostile alcoholic. I can't stand a hostile drunk, man. Oh my God, they need to be banned from the alcohol world. So anyway, this man comes in there with the teal green truck. You know, I get people in and out there all day long with smiles, man, and I have to hand them the Grouch of the Day award, some of them, man, because, you know, the damn pump's not turned on right. Oh, you didn't sign this right. You didn't sign my gas ticket right, man. And it's hard to maintain a straight face dealing with the Grouch of the Day and then deal with the nice elderly customer coming in there and, you know, just being cool with them. But this guy that comes in with the teal green pickup truck that looked like Craig Stradler, and I hope you're out there, sir, because I'm not, as I said, I am not out there to insult anybody. I'm not around to pick on anybody, but this gentleman drew the line, okay? I didn't know who he was. I didn't know if he bought gas. All I know is his truck was parked out there beside the car wash. If y'all go to Google Maps and look up the Texaco at 249 and Louetta Road, southbound feeder, going south, there's 2 Shell stations there now, because, you know, Texaco overtook some of the Shells. Shell overtook some of the Shell. Shell bought out some of the Texaco stations. I think like 10 years ago they took our Texaco I worked at and made it into a Shell. Well, anyway, it's that one there, not to confuse anybody. The one across the street on the northbound side has always been there too. Well, anyway, he came in there, and out of the blue, he said, "I need you to look at something out here." I said, "You know, I don't know what I was doing. I think I was counting the register that said do safe drop, or I was doing safe drop." And, you know, second shift gets pretty busy because I've worked either the second shift or midnight. I did not like the morning shift. That was 2 people already had that covered. And plus I had school. He comes in there and goes, "I need you to look at something. You guys got to do something about this curb out here." "What do you mean?" "Well, I just stepped off of it and it scratched my $80 pair shoes." 80 pair? Now this is 20 years ago. 80. They were nice leather shoes, brown. And he showed him, and said, "Well, look what it did." And he showed it to me. He sat down on the well, didn't really sit down. He leaned up against the counter there where the coffee is. "You see this scratch?" And I'm looking at it close. I wouldn't tell him, "Sir, I don't see anything." Well, this guy must have, you know, somebody must have pissed in his coffee, or I don't know what the fuck his deal was. So anyway, he said, "Well, come out here and look at this curb." And I walk out there, I'm going, God. You know, people just make a little fuss about everything. The guy drives a new truck, he's probably a sales representative, had on a polo shirt, also had a green polo shirt. He looked, as I said, looked like Craig Stratton, real upscale looking and everything like that. You know, and I'm a little old peasant that, you know, somebody he could just take his shit out on. You know, so I walk out there, and there, as y'all see in the photo, the curb, the jagged edge. See this right here, this curb? Y'all got to do something about it. And I said to him, "Yeah, you're right, sir. Otherwise somebody can get hurt." I wanted to do like Clint Eastwood did in Escape from Alcatraz. You know, there's always that chance that some asshole can get hurt on it. So anyway, he walked me back, and I go, "Well, what do you intend to do about this?" So I go, "Sir, my manager stepped out. If you just wait here." "Well, I can't do that right now. I'll come back later, and then you could, you know, do all that." And I said, "Sir, you know, she will be back any minute." And he goes, "Oh, I'll be back, but I demand some action after I do." So I was about to give him a phone number to the executive office to Texaco, and he walks out. I was about to grab the clipboard, because whenever damage happens to somebody or property, especially in the car wash, I had to fill out one of those because the car wash did some damage. The little arm thing that spreads, it hit somebody's car as they were pulling out, or his antenna. I don't remember what it was. The antenna got messed up from the chamois. But I had to fill that out. I was about to grab that down, and I was about to get him that he just stormed off. He didn't, you know, just would have taken like 15 seconds to take care of his $80 pair shoes. Well, I just blew it off. I go, I don't want this fucker to come back. Goddamn, the manager had to go to the bank. That's where she went, or somewhere. And she's always there during second shift, between first and second. And she had to go to the bank, some shit like that. I go, Laura, please hurry up and come back, because I don't want this guy in my face. So, a friend of mine called me up and asked me what I wanted to do. And sure enough, and I go, oh God, I'm on the phone, and Ronnie, he's coming back. And then I was about to hang up the phone, and he walked back, and he was right up there at the counter, and I kind of smiled at him like that. I go, yes, sir. There is no need to be sarcastic. Ronnie, let me call you back. I am not bitching at you. I am not bitching about the store. And I go, sir, let me explain something to you. I don't know. And he's sitting there just... I tried to give you the fucking number. Oh, there you go. Now you're swearing. I said, well, sir, you're swearing at me. Okay? Listen. You didn't give me the chance to explain. You walked out. You did not hear what I had to say. You just walked out. Now, if you want to wait around for the manager, fine. In the meantime, I could just write you up well, I don't want anything right up right here. I said, sir, please leave my store. That was it. And that was probably the worst incident. I've dealt with drunks. I've dealt with belligerent people, but nothing like this guy threw at me just because the curb screwed up his $80 pair shoes. Now, sir, whoever you are, if you're still around, man, I know you may be retired right, because this is 20 years ago, and you look like you were my age, maybe a little younger. More power to you, pal. You need to watch out where you're stepping is where you need to do, because I bet you that curb is still like that. Because 10 years later, that picture is 10 years old, taken in 202, and another one when Shell brought out and painted the curb gray. I need to dig that picture up. They didn't do a damn thing to it. What do you want to folks bet that the curb is still like that? It might be. But I told that gentleman, sir, if you wait here, I would fill out an incident report. I would call up the district manager. I would, my manager is out, and you go off and leave. What else am I supposed to do? He got out to his truck, and before he left, I got on the PA system outside. Sir, see ya. Don't come back to my store now. I don't like dealing with people like that, man, if they don't listen to what I have to say. How can I do that shit? Well, manager comes back, said, and I told her what happened, and she said, well, you should have wrote. I tried to, Laura. He walked out. He didn't give me a chance to explain. You should have told him, and she kind of gave me crap. She was a nice manager, though. She was nice and respectable, and I said, well, I told her what happened. Well, here's the number to the manager's office. I said, I tried to do that to him. Here's the incident. I tried to do that to him, and he wouldn't listen, and he leaves. He comes back, gives me shit, and I tried to explain to him again. He wouldn't listen. And this is all because of that. And I would go, every time I would go out to that parking lot and sweep it or whatever, I would see that curb and think of that guy's irate face. Folks, I just don't understand some people. Will the curb make another miserable day for somebody? Who knows? When I plan to go back to Houston, whenever that will be, just to tour around, I'm going to get another picture of that curb. I want to film it in HD for you guys. There will be a till next time on this. And sir, I'm sorry that the curb made your life hell, and I'm sure as hell sorry that it made my life hell. That made yours hell. Till next time.